post area, back him into an area where he felt comfortable. On the deflection, he's got to settle for the jumper, but good way to start for Mark.
Bulls 10, and the Pistons 4. Lane Beer went flying, trying to draw the foul, and the Bulls took advantage. Good look from Cartwright, able to find Grant. Lane Beer in the face of the official, Jack Neese.
Cartwright felt he was knocked to the ground, therefore giving up the easy score.
Aguirre with his second bucket. Chicago 12, Detroit 6.
In many of these games where the fatigue factor comes into play, you just need to work your way through that first 8-10 minute stretch. Stay close enough so that you can make it up in the last 3 quarters.
Cartwright, yes. A very fast start for Bill Cartwright. He's 3 for 3 from the field, plus 1 free throw for 7. And the Bulls with a 14-6 lead. Detroit Pistons went 50-32 during an injury-hit regular season. Beat Atlanta in the first round, 3 games to 2, and then defeated Boston in 6. Here's Aguirre, strip. Jump ball indicated, 24 seconds. Horn went off.
Jess Kersey saying that the jump ball was called before the 24-second buzzer went off.
So they will jump it up.
You've got to be careful with Jordan running from behind you. He loves to come from behind the offensive players for blocks and steals. Here, causing the jump ball.
The Bulls already have come up with 3 steals, and that was nearly number 4, but Aguirre was able to recover. Jake O'Donnell saying do it again. Chicago Bulls finished at 61-21, best record in the history of the club. The 9th team in the history of the league to win 60 games in a season. Again, Jake O'Donnell dissatisfied. Apparently, the Bulls try to steal the tap.
White violation if you break that circle too soon before the ball is released or touched by the people who are jumping. It's a violation.
Rodman will throw in. We approach 5 minutes remaining. First quarter. Dumars wide open off the double team. Yes. Joe Dumars, who comes off a strong offensive performance Friday against the Celtics, although he was exhausted during the overtime session.
To the point that he actually made the substitution himself during the timeout, walked down and said, hey, I'm coming out. Go ahead, Vinny. You and Zeke finish it up here.
Pippen was fouled. Aguirre arguing the call. Scottie Pippen will go to the line. Rodman was called for the foul. That is his first.
And Pippen does a real good job of keeping the dribble alive when he comes off the screen to enable himself to see the opening and then make dribble penetration.
Scottie Pippen, during all the media get-togethers, facing the question time and time again and handling it well. He's had to deal with it. The migraine headache in the 7th game of last season's Eastern Conference Final still haunting Scottie. And as you can see, he's been held in check during the season series by the Pistons. The average just under 16. The Bulls lost at Detroit in the 7th and final game of the Eastern Conference Final a year ago. 93-74 as Pippen went 1 for 10 from the field and had complained of the headache.
I'd like to see most of these small forward statistics that match up against Dennis Rodman during the course of the season. I'd say he does a pretty good job against most guys.
Bulls 16 and the Pistons 8. Thomas with the step and Paxson called for the reach in.
That pressure after the free throw by the Bulls just takes time off the 24-second clock, and they know that the Pistons take a lot of time in the half-court offense. While Isaiah makes the move here, there are only 8 seconds left on the 24-second clock. Not a lot of time to throw a lot of extra passes.
Bill Laimbeer gets the treatment from the crowd as he departs. John Sally has come on for the first time with 4:25 remaining in the first. Thomas putting the move on Paxson and called for a travel.
And that was caused due to Michael Jordan playing the passing lane. Isaiah was waiting for Dumars to go backdoor behind Jordan. Keep an eye as Jordan kind of plays in between his defensive man, faking the pass. And right there, he's waiting for Dumars to go behind them. Doesn't get there quick enough.
Jordan setting the screen. And it's called outside of, oh, there, Dennis Rodman upset and then is escorted aside. And Jordan and Aguirre have some words. And things becoming testy. Michael Jordan picking up his first.
And Michael Jordan is not going to back down from anyone right now. He's the leader for that team. He understands what to expect during the series. He's going to hold his ground, make a statement.
Bulls 16, Pistons 8. Thomas from deep. Good play by Aguirre. Deflecting it off Jordan. Mark Aguirre, a native of Chicago. And he is very much into it with Chicago's favorite athlete, Michael Jordan.
There's two guys hustling after the ball, trying to keep him in play.
Sally. Good play by Pippen on a double-up. And Jordan was able to deflect it away.
The difference between the Bulls double teams and a lot of other teams is the aggressiveness. They're strong, tight, aggressive.
Yes, and it counts. The foul committed by John Sally, and a lot of conversation taking place on the court.
This is the most I've ever seen Michael Jordan talk to the opposition during the course of the game. I think Ahmad mentioned it before the game. He's never seen him as focused as he is for this one. He wants to take that next step along with this franchise.
The Bulls 18 and the Pistons 8. Had a save and another steal by Jordan, putting the move on Dumars. Detroit will talk it over. Well, it was anticipated that this would be a physical series, and Michael Jordan told us prior to the game that he's wary of Detroit's tactics.
What they portrayed 2 years ago and been very successful doing that is a little dirty plays and the roughness that they try to intimidate teams. And they've been very successful with it, and now other teams are trying to do that to see if they can get success from it. So I think it has dirty the game of basketball, but still basketball's got to be played, and I'm not going to complain about it. I still got to go out and play, but I got to at least have an eye opening for different types of dirty play that I may face.
Of course, the Pistons have a different point of view concerning what Michael Jordan just turned it over, referred to as dirty play.
That's their style. They're a physical team. They get after you defensively, and they kind of enjoy the fact that they have people talking and thinking about it a lot.
Well, here are the Chicago Bulls off to a 20-8 lead. 2.5 remaining in the first quarter. And the outside official, Jess Kersey, calling it against the Bulls. Scottie Pippen picking up the foul.
A lot of baseline screens, baseline action taking place. Sally trying to keep the hands off. Pippen trying to maintain contact. Referee Jess Kersey trying to clean up the play right in the beginning of this game.
Mike, you get the idea that the Bulls watching the Portland Laker game yesterday, very concerned about getting off quickly in their own building.
No question. They watched that game. They understand what happened in the first one as Aguirre faces up and knocks out another jumper. They understand that right away Portland has put themselves in a hole. They don't want to lose home court advantage here.
What a spectacular effort by Magic Johnson. Not in the scoring column, but he can do it in other ways. 21 assists for the Magic Man against the Trailblazers, and that comes from behind victory. The Bulls 20 and the Pistons 10 with just under 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Chicago has done it with 5 steals. Aguirre for 3, and he has single-handedly kept the